Good afternoon and welcome to the CHL online press conference. We are very happy that the CHL is back and that European club ice hockey will return on stage in 2 days. Before this happens, we would like to share some important information with the media representatives, and that's the reason why we meet today digitally for the first time. Usually we would have meetings on site, but this is currently not possible due to the COVID pandemic. Today we will have first an interview with our president Peter Zahner, followed by a presentation from our CEO Martin Baumann. There we will also have some conversations with the head coaches of the Finnish and the Swedish teams. And after that official part, we will switch to country-specific breakout sessions where the journalists will have the opportunity to talk individually to the head coaches of the represented teams and also to the CHL representatives. That's about the program. And now I would like to welcome CHL President Peter Zahner on the stage.
Hello, Monica.
Peter, 2 more days until the puck drops. I think you are pretty happy that the CHL is back now after 1 year of absence, I believe.
Oh yes, we are very happy because after 1 year without Champions Hockey League, fans and also players and coaches, especially players and coaches, they look forward to battle against each other. We need international hockey on club level in Europe, and therefore we are so happy. It's, as I said, after 1 year without Champions Hockey League, so important to be back.
The preparations for this, let's call it special CHL season, took many hours of hard work of everyone, the CHL team and the clubs. Can you tell us a little bit more about how these preparations worked?
And, you know, the challenge is 32 teams from 14 countries with so many governments involved with the COVID challenge. So obviously the office had a lot to do, and that's not easy because the situation changed and maybe might change a little bit from country to country also in the future. But we're positive, and 2 days before the puck drops, everything looks good, and yeah, we're looking forward.
Let's talk about the sport. On Thursday, the opening game will be between the Czech team Mladá Boleslav and the reigning champions Frölunda Gothenburg, probably the team to chase. Who do you think will be a candidate to chase those Frölunda guys and maybe be at the top of the ranking at the end of the season?
Yeah, with the Swedish dominance in the last years, obviously it goes over the Swedish teams. But the Swedes, they lose always so many players to the NHL, to the KHL, and also to other nations within Europe. So it's tough to say how the Swedish team will be. After the first game days, the first 4 game days within 2 weeks, I guess we know a little bit more. But my opinion is the way to crown a champion or to be a champion within the Champions Hockey League, you have to beat especially the Swedish teams.
The fans are hungry for ice hockey. What can they expect of this upcoming CHL season?
Yeah, after 1 year without fans in the arenas, also in the domestic leagues, it's so important the fans are back. I know there are some challenges within the different countries right now, but in so many countries we have the fans back, and hopefully the situation gets even better in the future. So it's so important to have the fans back. So we learn with this, we say in German, this Geisterspiele without fans. It's so important that we have them back because also for the players, for the people in front of the TV, it's so different to play ice hockey without fans. The fans, they're so important for the atmosphere within the arena. It's more fun for everybody involved.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
And now, before we share some facts and figures for the upcoming 2021-22 season, let's watch a video together. Now, a warm welcome goes to our CHL CEO Martin Baumann here on stage.
Good afternoon, Monica.
Martin, how much are you excited about the Season 2 start on Thursday?
Well, to be honest, quite a lot. I mean, if I see those pictures, I get Hühnerhaut, or we call it like this in Switzerland, goosebumps, and I think this really shows my emotion. It's great to have hockey back. When I see this picture, I mean, we really missed all those emotion on ice, as well in the venues for quite a while, quite a lot.
Absolutely. May I ask you to please proceed with the presentation and share some important facts and figures with the journalists?
Pleasure for me. Well, Champions Hockey League is on stage for quite a while. Actually, 6 seasons we played so far. And overall, we already played 850 games in Europe on 78 game days, which is quite amazing. Nearly 100 teams played so far in Champions Hockey League, exactly 95 from 18 countries, and we already had 14 draws in Europe. But then all of a sudden last year, everybody knows it, COVID-19 came, the pandemic, and it was a strong hit to our face. I mean, it really hurt us dramatically. I think it was pretty smart to cancel the season already quite early. It wouldn't be possible, to be honest, to have a tournament like we have, traveling from the north to the south and from the west to the east. So I think it was quite good for the teams to plan and to make sure that the teams and the players and staff, that we could leave them where they were on a safe environment. As you can see, the Champions Hockey League is back, and we're really looking forward to what that means for our tournament. Talking about the next season, we will have 14 countries from 13 leagues. The reason for that is pretty obvious. Italy is playing in the Austrian league, in the IC league. That's the reason why we have 13 league and 14 countries. And we have this year, once again, 32 teams from all over Europe, from the north to the south, from Skellefteå up to the south, Lugano, from Cardiff, Great Britain, to Donbass in the Ukraine. This is actually our tableau for the upcoming season. We will have definitely our champion Frölunda. We will have as well our Continental Cup winner. We will have lots of champions from all the famous leagues in Europe. We will have regular season winner, runner-up, and so on. So I'm pretty sure there are so many interesting, tough teams, and I'm really looking forward, as I said, to see them, how they perform on ice. Those teams, for those who know me, I mean, I really like them because, I mean, those are the new teams, and it's always a pleasure to welcome them. A warm welcome from the CHL to those ones. It's Rögle from Sweden. It was quite tough last year because they were already qualified last year for Champions Hockey League, and all of a sudden, when we cancelled, they were out. Another team is coming from Sweden, is Leksand, also very interesting. A very enthusiastic team comes from Germany, Bremerhaven, Penguin Bremerhaven. They do a lot already, really looking forward how they do. I'm also looking forward how the team from Poland will perform. Then we have a new team, a new league from the Ukraine, Donbass. Definitely an experience to see them. And all the hockey fans know this very famous brand from Slovan Bratislava. It's great to have them for the first time in Champions Hockey League, and I think this is a great opportunity to see those teams very soon.
At this stage, I would like to get some statements, as we have two of the new teams today with us in this press conference. First of all, hello goes to Leksand and Björn Hellquist, the head coach. Hi.
Hi there.
So, Björn, your team has qualified for the first time for the CHL. How big is the excitement in the team, but also in the town, to play the CHL?
Well, our fans are really psyched about it, and they're hoping for us to do well, and we are too, to be honest. I mean, we're going into this tournament trying to win every game, so.
Sounds great. Thank you very much, Björn. So, talking now to the other new Swedish team from Rögle, Cam Abbott. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. So, Cam, as Martin just mentioned before, it's the second qualification for your team, but actually the first time you get to play this competition. I believe you're probably quite happy that the puck drop is only 2 days away now from today.
Yeah, we are. We put great importance on this tournament, and our preparations have reflected that. We're excited, and I know the guys are extremely excited and ready to start competing.
Great, so thank you very much. We are looking very much forward to see those two competing, and good luck to Rögle and Leksand. Back to you, Martin.
Thank you both guys for being at the press conference today. I mean, Cam and myself, we shared already a lot of experience in the past when you were attending Champions Hockey League a few years ago. So all the best on the next journey for sure. A few words about the playing format. There are not a lot of changes so far for the upcoming season. This is actually the format with our teams, with 32 teams. As you can see, we will have a normal group stage with 32 teams, followed by the round of 16, and then quarterfinal, semi-finals, till we have our brilliant, hopefully, very emotional event, our final very soon. Till then, the journey will go for quite a while, and let's see how that goes. A few words about the situation we had due to the Olympic qualification from the IHF tournament. We had a special situation. We tried to find a very fair solution for all the participating teams, and that's the reason why we established pot number 5. In pot number 5, we will have especially those teams which attend the Olympic qualification, which is this year from Austria, all the Austrian teams, Denmark, France, Norway, and so on. So those are in pot 5, and in pot 1 to 4 we have the rest of all the 32 teams playing there, starting the tournament next Thursday, followed by the home and away game a week after, and then between pot number 5 will start as well next weekend to have their qualification tournament. These are actually the groups which we were drawing in May. Quite exciting. I don't want to go through all the groups, but just to mention a few. Have a look on Group A, for example, with Växjö, Sparta, the very strong team from Finland, TPS Turku, and the new team Bremen, from Bremerhaven Penguins. I'm definitely sure a very exciting group, very tough one. Let's have a close look on Group B, for example. For me, or for many people, probably the toughest group with the actual champion Frölunda, AFK Helsinki, ZSC Lions, and a very strong team from Czech. Definitely also very, very exciting to see how they perform.
I would like to talk to two head coaches again at this stage. First of all, hello goes to Helsinki and Ville Peltonen.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks. Martin just mentioned your group. It's a really tough group with all those opponents. Just mentioned Frölunda, Boleslav and ZSC Lions. So what is your goal in this really tough group?
Well, we are honored and proud to be competing in CHL and playing these great clubs in this group, and we're preparing to have good outcomes and play well and win.
Thank you for your statement, and good luck for the competition. Another team was also mentioned before by Martin, which was Växjö Lakers and their group. So hello goes to Sam Hallam, the head coach of the team.
Hey.
Hey. So Sam, also a very tough group for you. Växjö has a quite good experience in the Champions Hockey League, reached the final already. So what's the goal for this season?
Well, we strive to try to win everything we compete in. Competition is tough, so I mean, our first goal is just to collect as many points we can here in the group stage to have a chance to go on to the playoffs.
Sounds good. So thank you very much for your statement.
So hopefully Sam and hopefully we will see each other somewhere in a venue around Europe. That would be great. Really looking forward. Yeah, I have a few words about the COVID-19 situation. This is probably one of the most frequent asked questions the last couple of days, and we are monitoring the situation constantly on a map from day to day. As we have 14 different countries involved, we also have 14 different reporting approaches, reopening approaches. It really varies from country to country. If it comes to flight restriction, travel restriction, it varies as well if it comes to quarantine situation. So we really have to watch those situations very, very careful. It also varies from country to country spectator-wise. I mean, I'm pretty aware that not every country can have a full capacity in their venue, which is a shame, but we really have to respect all the regulation and rules which are in place to make sure that we can start. Certain things we had to change for the start, mainly on the sports side, talking about establishing point percentage, which was really important to have a fair ranking even in the group stage. The conditions for that is that we have at least 50% of the game played in a group so that we have this fair ranking as well in the group stage. But I think this is quite important. That was discussed, agreed and signed with all the clubs so everybody's on the same page and everybody knows the rules and regulation. We also have, for obvious reason, COVID-19 guidelines in place. Those recommendations, those ones are really important for the start. I mean, they were made in different groups with the input from doctors, from the medicine side. So it's established and in place and signed. But we also share all the local COVID-19 guidelines from every single club, and it's important that we respect and that we really fulfill all those guidelines. Otherwise, we will have very soon a mess. And I think this is the clear key message we have to follow, and I think it's good that we have them, and then I think we can start positive in this tournament. What to play for? A question, I think an important question, and I would like to explain the reason for that. And this picture really shows the reason. I mean, what we like to have back is this emotion. I mean, this enthusiasm in the venue, the fans, the crowd and everything. Yes, I know it's quite difficult in certain countries, in certain venues, but we would like to get this feeling back. That's one thing we wish. What we also wish is that we find somebody who beats actually this team, Frölunda Göteborg. I think that's also would be also quite a nice and a good thing. And let's see if that happens the next season.
This is a good situation now to address Frölunda head coach Roger Rönnberg. Hello, Roger.
Nice to see you, everybody, again.
Nice to see you again.
Hi, Roger.
So Martin just mentioned Frölunda is the team to beat. 4 titles in 6 CHL seasons. Is it getting easier for Frölunda every year, or how is the situation?
No, it's totally the opposite. It's way harder every year to just advance in the Champions Hockey League, and we have to be humble just to get through the group stage here and be ready for the first game, because I think the hockey in Europe is getting better and better for every year.
So thank you very much. We are very much looking forward to your group, as just mentioned before. Another head coach, which is today with us, knows the feeling of the picture we've seen before. Marko Virtanen from Lukko Rauma. Hi, hello. I think you're still on mute, so maybe please open up your microphone. So I continue talking. So Marko knows the feeling of winning the CHL, not with his current team, Lukko Rauma, but he was the coach of UP Jyväskylä when they won the Champions Hockey League a couple of years ago. So Marko, what do you think? What is the recipe to apply now with your new team, Lukko Rauma, so you will be able to have this trophy again at the end of the season?
Oh, it's gonna be a hard way, and but we have a pretty young team, but it's very hungry, and I'm sure it will be great experience, but it's hard way.
So maybe a few words about your opponents. How do you evaluate your opponents in the group?
Those Lausanne and Mannheim, it's top of European organization, and they have a quite experienced teams, and so of course Garfield is it's a little bit different hockey country, but it's great experience for us to play there, and it's gonna be fun.
Great, so thank you very much, Marco. We are looking forward how Lukko Rauma will compete. They won just the Finnish national championship after many years, so this will be exciting to watch. Martin, back to you.
Since you know the feeling with UPS, Cole, I mean, enjoy the trip, enjoy the journey. I'm sure it will be a great one. And for you, Roger, all the best, of course. I mean, you're such a great team, and yeah, really looking forward when you start getting this trophy back for another time. Yeah, let's have a word about the league ranking. Quite an interesting one, established a few years ago. And that's another reason the teams fight for. I mean, it's quite close between Czech and Finland. Maybe the Czechs, if they perform well, they will even take a spot away from the Finns. The German, they sit right now on rank number 3. Great performance the last couple of years. But as I said, I mean, everything will change on Thursday when the first column with 100% will disappear and will go to 75%, and the last one totally disappears. By then, really, the race starts again, and I think it's not only for a club and club ranking, it's as well for the league ranking, and that's quite an important thing.
So maybe here another statement of a head coach. So hello to Turku and head coach Jussi Haukas. Hello. So we have just seen this league ranking, and there is a very tight competition between Finland and the Czech Republic, which is probably very exciting for the upcoming season. You face already a Czech team in your group stage. So what do you expect from the battle with the Finns in general and Sparta Prague especially? You are still on mute, Jussi. Excuse me.
Okay, do you hear it now?
Right, yes.
Okay, so Prague will, of course, be really a tough team, experienced team, big budget team. It's going to be a tough game, of course, but I think our team, we have a really young team, and we're really to fight, really work hard, and I think all around our group stage is going to be a tough one, but I think we have all the good chances that we can go forward, but it really needs that our team does the best. But Czech hockey overall is getting better and better every year.
Okay, thank you very much, Jussi. Now I would like to talk to head coach Robert Olsen from Skellefteå. Hi, Robert. Robert, Sweden is leading the league ranking and in the CHL since the beginning. Is it as easy as it looks for the Swedes, or is the competition getting tighter for Sweden every year in the CHL?
First of all, hi Monica. Sorry about that. I don't know if it is easy for the Swedish team. It's maybe the success of Frölunda is probably one reason that the Swedish team has such a good ranking there, but a quality of Swedish ice hockey has been good for a long time. Maybe that's the answer.
And what are you expecting from your group? So what's the goal there?
The group is tough. We play Lugano, Berlin, and Tappara, top European clubs. All three of those. I expect us to perform well, and we collect so many points that we get through from the group stage, and then we can play in the playoffs, and I really like that format. So yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Robert, and good luck for the season.
So let's talk about what to play for another reason. And the next slide really shows that. Quite often we are talking about prize money if it comes to that question. Yeah, and I'm pretty proud to announce, as you can see, the hockey stick effect This year, the total payment we will do to the clubs is 3.31 million, which is quite substantial, even if we haven't played last year. And the breakdown for the next season, as you can see on the next slide, is 60,000 for the group stage. Then we add 30,000 for the round of 16, another 30,000 for the quarterfinals. The semi-finalist gets 40 and the losing finalist 160. So that makes for the champion nearly 500,000, concrete 495,000 if you become a champion. So these are the transparent the prize money we pay out, substantial, and yeah, I think this is quite a good signal as well for our tournament. That's another reason why we start Champions Hockey League on Thursday. It's to get this emotion back to the venue. I mean, see at that picture, fans really enjoyed, and once again, I have to mention, yes, it's probably not the same in every venue, but it's exactly what players were waiting for such a long time, and I think it would be great if we have, at least in certain venues, a similar situation or a similar feeling you see on the picture. That's definitely something we fight and hope for the upcoming games. Another good thing is that we broadcast and feature our games already around the globe in 38 territories, produced by 25 broadcasters. That's quite substantial, so you can see Champions Hockey League nearly around the globe everywhere. And for European, these are the broadcaster. For Austria, it's ORF, Czech is Sport 1, Finland, our very famous broadcaster MTV. We work with them together since the beginning. Germany, Sport 1, Sweden as well, a well-established broadcaster which likes hockey, SVT and NENT, and Switzerland, it's Blue and SRG, which feature our games. A few words about sport, also quite important always, and there I think very important to mention is that we have now IHF official rule book, which is harmonized between all the leagues. We were part of the group who worked out all the details, and Champions Hockey League is actually, by the way, the first tournament which really will use this official rule book. I think this is a good thing for hockey in general, to have rules which apply for all the leagues and for all the major leagues in Europe as well. On the regulation side, I mentioned it before, is on the group stage is the point percentage, which we changed, very important, and a small change, but as well an important one, is the overtime procedure in the final. We will play new 3 against 3 for 20 minutes to avoid the situation that we have a penalty shootout. And I think that's also a fair decision we took, and it's definitely a decision which came from the sports side. Game official, also quite important. We decided, due to the COVID-19 situation, that we only use domestic referee for the group stage. We will add international referees for a round of 16 till the final, for obvious reason, and the final will be headed with 4 game officials, international game officials. Very important to mention is that all referees, even the domestic one, IHF licensed, international IHF licensed referees, just to make sure that we have the best of the best referee on ice on our tournament. Then I would like to share a few information about statistic, new feature which we implement for the new season. I'm really looking forward how that works. We will collect hits on ice, a new parameter which we showcase well on our app, and even more excited I'm about the new functionality, expected goal. I saw those functionalities on test with games we played, and yeah, I'm definitely sure this is something for media and for fans which like statistics. These were the on-ice new things. Now talking about off-ice, there I would like to mention the Fan Challenge. The Fan Challenge already goes into the 3rd season. We learned, or it was our goal, to educate and teach, and especially young people, hockey fans from all over Europe, and to take them with us on a journey, to guide them through and to give them information about the opponent. I think that's quite a smart way to learn and to see how other teams do. And it's very important is the gaming component on our website. There are lots of funny games included, mainly the prediction game, which is quite an interesting thing to attend. A new thing as well on the app is the push notification. This is a new functionality. You can choose your favorite team and you get all the information about your team, league, and so on. So quite useful for media and fans if you like to get the right information from your own team. And the last function which we integrated into the Game Center, I think also quite smart. In the Game Center you will see immediately or quite soon goals and game highlights, a new functionality which really helps when you follow either in the venue or somewhere else the game. You have all those highlights directly on your mobile phone device, whatever. Watch out! These are our 3 dinos. What does this mean? Actually, it's true. We only have left 3 teams which played every single Champions Hockey League season. It's Frölunda, Tappara Tampere, and EV Zug. Yes, for obvious reason, Frölunda is quite far away point-wise, all-time number 1, 161 points. But Tappara Tampere is already following them on place number 4. They also had already 83 points. So quite an interesting race. There are teams which really try to beat Frölunda, definitely quite tough.
Let me call in here one more head coach. Hello to Tampere and Jussi Tapola. Jussi, you are on mute. Can you please unmute your microphone?
Okay, here.
Yeah, now it works.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Monica.
Hi.
I'm here in Dresden. We are having camping in Germany, so a little bit technical problems here in the hotel, but now joining with you.
Okay, now it works perfectly fine. I can hear you. So, Jussi, we just heard there is 3 teams left who have qualified for each and every CHL season, while before Martin told us 95 teams in Europe has been involved in the CHL already. This is quite impressive to manage to get into every CHL season. But please allow me to mention that Tappara has always managed to qualify for the CHL, but the big success on the European stage hasn't been there. So what is your goals now to maybe finally get the big step forward and also have the international success in the CHL?
Well, first of all, we have a really tough group stage. So first goal is to win the first games here in Germany and Switzerland, and of course we want to be successful in CHL. So win the whole league. So going there step by step. First we have to go through the group stage.
Sounds like a good game plan. Thank you very much, Jussi.
Thank you.
Of course, as well from my side, all the best on your journey. Enjoy, and yeah, let's see how it works and how it goes. Another interesting thing is on our website is the Milestone Tracker, and there you can see again Frölunda featured or mentioned on the slide. Yes, you can see that they are currently at 290 goals. Very soon they will have 300 goals, so very interesting to see those figures and those facts. It's interesting for journalists, for media people to write stories about. Ryan Lash made 29 goals so far. Very soon he had 30 goals. And so you can find about every single club some important milestone where you can write interesting and yeah, cool stories. Media guide, is also a very useful tool. I think more or less 120 pages with all the stories, with all the facts and figures about every single team which participate in this upcoming Champions Hockey League season. So again, helpful for media to write stories and to feature something about Champions Hockey League. That brings me more or less already to one of the last slides. I have to say thank you to our sponsor, mainly our official presenting partner sponsor Engelbert Strauss, our two official sponsors APK Invest and Skoda, and our official partner AJ, a very famous hockey sponsor, GT, LGT and Warrior. Thank you very much once again to those sponsors. Last slide from my side. Are there any questions? Feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I will be in the breaking out session to answer all questions you have, but feel free already in the main session to ask questions if you have. Other than that, I have to say thank you. Fingers crossed. I really wish all you guys all the best. Enjoy the journey through Europe. Stay safe. Respect the COVID guidelines we implemented, and then I think we can start on Thursday very positively. And thank you very much.
So let's ask once again, are there any questions to Martin right now?
Yes, hello. Ida Forsgren here, Swedish Television. I have one question. You decided to replace Junost Minsk with Slovan Bratislava, so no competition in Belarus. Why did you make that decision?
That's a very good question, and that question was asked many times. I mean, have a look how everything came. We had absolutely no chance. If you take the logistic, the travel issue into consideration, there was no way that we found a way to travel to Belarus, vice versa. So it was very difficult for us to establish that. And the second thing was the visa issue, which really came on top as well. So under those circumstances, we really had to find a solution to replace Belarus. I mean, the team itself, they showed a great performance. Belarus itself is doing quite well, or did quite well in the past. It's the best ranked C nation country. But the logistic issue I mentioned and the visa issue just was too big to have them in our tournament. That was actually the reason why we had to find a different solution.
Right, and I mean, there was also the decision earlier to not play the World Cup in Belarus. Did that affect your decision?
No, that hasn't. That was not on the list. Or before, we still were under the impression that we can play, that we have Belarus on our tournament. But as I said, repeat myself, logistic-wise, it was not feasible anymore to travel to Belarus, and for teams and as well for Belarus to travel to other countries. So we had to skip and find a smart solution.
So it was not a political decision?
No, it was not a political situation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any more questions from somebody in the room? I don't think this is the case for now. So I have a last question for you, Martin. The season starts on Thursday. I think everyone knows that you like to travel. So where is your journey starting this week?
Well, that's a good one. Actually, for those who know me, they know I would like to see as many teams as possible, especially the new teams. But this is not feasible. I cannot be at every single venue. But this year, as I mentioned before, my first stop is in Rögle. I would like to see the newcomer teams, Rögle from Sweden, and then followed on the next day, I will travel to Leksand to see those ones. And as I always promised the last couple of years, I try to see as many newcomer teams as possible every season. And I'm really looking forward to see and to get this emotion on ice and in the venue. And hopefully, I will see also a few spectators if possible, if it's allowed from county to county. But I'm really looking forward and I'm very excited.
Sounds great. Thank you, Martin. So For now, there is only some organizational points to mention. We are at the end of the official part and will now switch to the breakout sessions. You can click in the Zoom menu on an icon which is saying breakout session, then another window will open and there you can choose which breakout session you would like to join. Number 1 is Sweden, number 2 is Finland, and number 3 is the CHL. It is possible at any time to switch from one breakout session to another one. We ask the journalists to please first go to either Sweden or Finland and then join the CHL. We need now a couple of minutes to move to another room and set up the Zoom session for us who were here on stage. So maybe in 10-15 minutes we will be ready there as well. So please go first to the teams, talk to them. Also the head coaches can then be released afterwards and we are available for you in 10 to 15 minutes as well. For now, thank you for your interest. It was really great to have you all on this call. Enjoy the breakout sessions and the 2021-22 CHL season. Goodbye for now.